Yeah,
Tom.
I've always had that problem. I mean, lately I just got that problem, having that same issue as Chuck, man. But I
Yeah.
had a question about, I actually have high blood pressure in my family, right? It runs on my mom's side. My grandmother had it. My mom has it. My dad to some degree. And so, I've been told that maybe just genetically we have smaller veins. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm in, I'm in good shape. I work out every day, but my high blood pressure is still elevated. And so for the first time last year, or not even last year, probably about right before the pandemic hit, I started getting on blood pressure medication, to try to manage it. And so it's brought it down, but it's not, it's still kind of jive like elevated. Now I don't eat the best, like, I eat I have a cheat day every Friday, and I probably don't eat the best consistently. And I can feel when I've had too much salt intake, like it literally makes me anxious. Like I can feel my heart rate, or, if I've had like Chipotle and as the meat has been salted a little bit more than it should be, then I can actually feel that and be like, damn, they put too much salt in there. Is there anything that I can do other than that? I mean, other than just work out and doing what I'm already doing?
I think that you're doing. I mean, it sounds like you're doing a good job health-wise. You're keeping your weight down. You're trying to eat right and things of that nature. Salt plays like some role in it. So to try to minimize some of that extra salt that you may be doing, but given that there might be some genetics playing a role into the high blood pressure, it would be pretty much just trying to push your doctor to kind of find ways to kind of get that blood pressure down a little bit more. I think sometimes. I was just reading an article the other day about the discrepancy sometimes among African Americans when it comes down to certain diseases, about their doctors pushing. They may let things ride a little bit in an African American patient, but their Caucasian patient, they may push them down a little bit lower. So that may play a role in like the discrepancy as far as those numbers. But usually, if I have a patient who's still high despite blood pressure medications, I try to get them to get referred to they actually have a specialist for that, so some cardiologists specialize in high blood pressure alone, or some internal medicine physicians specialize in that as well. So seeking out that route and saying, hey, I have a family history and you want to get your blood pressure under control up under that 120/80 mark, you kind of want to be up under that,
Right.
and kind of use that for a goal.
All right.
But I'm not taking anything away from whatever you're doing, as long as you don't smoke and you're.
Yeah, I mean, I don't smoke or anything like that. I mean, I don't smoke consistently, like, and I
Right.
definitely with cigarettes and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, like, it scares me because I don't have any other issues, but I mean, that is a major issue, you know what I mean? So
Right, exactly.
that's
And the key for that, for high blood pressure, just with some of those risk factors, with some of those other disorders, is as long as you keep those numbers in that normal range where it's kind of controlled and you follow normal with meds, then I think overall, I think that you're doing okay.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the main thing. That's going to decrease your risk for stroke, blindness, heart disease, kidney disease, and things of that nature.
Tom, I got a couple questions. I came
He
across something.
about to get his invoices out in a minute, man. Go ahead.
I just wondered, is there any validity, do you think, to eating towards your blood type?
Eating towards your blood type? Yeah, I mean, I kind of skimmed that article of blood type. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not in my opinion. I mean, I haven't gone into detail about that, but from what some of the things that I've kind of read about it and skimmed about it, it seems a little bit gimmicky per se.
Yeah.
I have a cousin actually who swears by it. I mean, he lost weight, but then again, when you look at what he's done, he's basically just put himself on a healthy diet, cut back his portions, and I think he slimmed down his weight that way. So,
Right.
But to tie it to a blood type, yeah, I don't think it has to be that tough.
So I started a diet. Cool alluded to it. And the more I read about it, I don't know how effective it could be. for the purpose that I took it. The alkaline diet. I had a battling cancer now.
Right.
And they say that the cancer thrives in an acidic environment. So I wanted to try to make it more alkaline.
Right.
And I started the alkaline diet for that purpose.
Right.
Byproduct is I've lost a ton of weight, but kind of like what you alluded to with your cousin, it's all healthy. My diet now is completely healthy. I'm eating healthy, so it's not shocking that I've lost all this weight. But the more I read about it, that the alkaline that the food that I'm eating doesn't affect your blood, and that your blood has its own, or your body has its own system or ability to regulate your pH in your blood. And eating the food doesn't really affect that. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to read about the alkaline diet per se. So I can't comment too much on the alkaline diet or how it affects you per se. I just try to keep things pretty simple when it comes down to diet, and try to look to kind of see what data do they have as far as decreasing anything, as far as decreasing your risk of disease, increasing your life. What is that diet going to do for you? And try to follow it that way, because a lot of times people can come up with different types of diets, and we all go through them. But to me, they all come down to the same basic principles. Get the body as healthy as you can. Exercise, keep your weight down low, and protect yourself other ways by your vaccinations, your healthcare screening stuff, and things of that nature. But unfortunately, I can't speak to the alkaline diet part. I just don't know enough about it.
It's when you look at it, it's just healthy eating.
Okay, all right. So when it comes down to it, right, and it could be right. It could be that is the case. And again, with a lot of those diets, when you start looking at, some of them have different, stress, different tidbits here and there, whether or not you do Atkins, low carb, paleo. The reality of it is that any one of those diets allow you to eat healthy. And it's just a matter of, eating the right portions, keeping that calorie content within range. My feeling is, my overall gut feeling is that everybody should eat like they have diabetes. If everybody ate like you had diabetes, then everybody would be a lot healthier, because you're only eating so many calories a day. So
don't do that.
Hey, and but it's day. You know what I'm saying? If you could do that, and Friday you eat whatever you want, or Saturday, you eat whatever you want, then that's probably fine. I just try to eat clean. Me personally, I just try to eat very clean Monday through Friday, and then I probably pretty much do that Saturday as well. If I cheat, it's usually on like a Sunday. It's a weird day.
So Doc, the people want to know, man. First of all, thank you for being here again. What do you eat on a daily basis? Chelsea, get this. It's very important. Doc, what do you eat on a daily basis?
Daily basis, I usually will do this high protein version of oatmeal in the morning. It has about 14 grams of protein in it, and probably like 4 carbs. And that's
what exactly is that? I mean, break that down to us. Is it oatmeal?
Just
break it down to what exactly is that? What do
you eat? So usually I'll do like a serving size of steel cut oatmeal, and then usually I have like some protein powder I put in there, and usually
what type?
Shoot, I can't think of it. It's whey protein. I think it's like whey protein. It's just like isoprotein, isopure. I can't think of it.
They got a shitload of them. You can go to GNC and buy one.
Yeah, but it's just one of those ones. It's just one of those ones you use for the gym, and it's whey protein. It's 25 grams in a scoop. I take a half a scoop, put that in my oatmeal, stir that up, and then usually have a cup of coffee. That's usually breakfast.
Black coffee, right?
Lunch, I wean myself off of bread. I mean, I love bread like Jay and stuff like that. And I used to eat sandwiches for lunch all the time, but I don't eat bread for lunch anymore. So I basically just.
How about snacks? Any snacks in between lunch? No snacks?
No snacks between, not for me.
Okay, cool. So breakfast. So now we're lunch. So
lunch. And then lunch is usually just a salad. And usually I do one of those, those sun-kissed tuna packets. One of those. I put that in my salad, and I have some low-calorie, sugar-free Walden's dressing, and I use that for the salad.
Okay.
And that's pretty much, I do that. Like, I get teased at work all the time because everybody knows I got salad for lunch. But for me, it works, and I'm good. And then for a snack, I usually, like, around 2:00, I'll snack on some beef jerky. And I'll do that, some spicy beef jerky. And I may have, like, another protein shake around that time. And then for dinner, I usually try to stick to 7 grams of whatever protein, whether it's seafood, fish, chicken, 2 cups of veggies. And then I usually, for dessert or something, I'll allow myself one treat during the day, like one of those Atkins bars, or I'll do, usually I'll stick to like those Atkins bars. Or sometimes I may just have like a cookie or something like that if I decide something sweet. Because I know for the day, I can do that and I won't gain any weight.
Strong.
Here's the thing, man. And I think
Jay, hold on a second. Chelsea, make sure you cut that, because that's very information for our client base. What he just said, cut that. But go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, and but here's the thing, Cool and Doc. We talk about the risk factors with Black men, and what I think what we haven't talked about is one of the reasons why it's you named everything that you did from your daily intake. Right. And that takes preparation. 2, that is more probably costly. Like, I'd be willing to take how much money you actually spend in actually, buying, preparing your foods or what have you, and actually going to a certain grocery store to get those items. Yeah. And I think the problem with especially the Black male population is that, one, there's an access issue. And then there's a lack of being able to prepare it, because a lot of those times, in order to be in shape and to stay and eat healthy, you've got to prepare your food ahead of time, a lot of times. But I think with a lot of Black men, a lot of Black folks, period, we live in neighborhoods that don't have access to those healthy foods. And healthy food is actually more expensive than eating your bullshit, eating, your Popeyes and the stuff which you can get quickly.
For $5 at Burger King and shit.
Right. In DC, you go to a carryout, you can get full off of wings and French fries for $5-6, but if you're doing that, you're going to have high blood pressure, you're going to have diabetes and all types of stuff by the time you're 35, 40 years old. But it's easy to make. It's easy to purchase. There's no preparation involved. You just go and buy it. One of the hardest things I found in trying to eat right is really trying to find, not necessarily, you probably we have the money to purchase that, but trying to find the right foods, and then being able to try to constantly prepare it all the time. And I think that's one of the reasons I think Black folks are at risk more so than any other ethnic group, especially white folks, is because we don't have access to healthy foods, and it's a lot more expensive.
No, it is, Jay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that when I kind of started down that journey to try to lose the weight, definitely I've been to the grocery store more in the last 3 years than I've ever been. Because the reality of it is, to get those salads in a form that I'm going to be consistent with my diet, I got to I'll buy individual salads, right? And I may go to a grocery store every week to do that, but I know for me and my busy lifestyle, I've learned that, you really have to focus on yourself as far as what works for you, what's going to allow you to be successful from Monday through Friday. I'm not a meal prep person. I'd be lying to you if I said I'm going to sit up Sunday and pack all my meals for all 5 days a week.
You just get it done for you at the store.
Right? Yeah. That's not going to happen. I don't have the desire. Now, I'll go and buy 5 salads on Sunday. So when some Monday morning comes and I get off from the gym or whatever, I go to the refrigerator, grab my salad, grab my packet of tuna, grab me a knife and fork. My salad dressing was already in packets and it's low calorie. I throw that in the bag and I'm out the house in 5 minutes. That's my type of preparing and packaging that I can commit to. And yes, you're right. It definitely is more expensive. You know, I know some people who cook all their meals on Sunday, package up all their chicken, cut up all the breast of chicken. I give them for that, but I just can't do that. I know when I tried that, it just didn't work. I couldn't be consistent. You need to, I've learned it's not how fast you get there. You just got to come up with something that's going to be consistent that you can commit to every day and kind of get it done. And with access to different foods, I think you're right, Jay. I think it's trying to teach those people who live in those areas, what are your extra choices that you have? Yes, you might be able to go to fast food or Wendy's, but you still have some healthy options at Wendy's that are healthier than other options, right? You know, we all get caught out on vacation where I didn't bring anything. I'm at the beach or I'm at so-and-so, and I got to choose on that menu. Am I going to eat this or that? And what you may elect to do is say, you know what, I may eat a burger, but I'm just going to not eat it on a bun, get rid of the carbs and just eat the burger and use that for my protein, get some extra lettuce and eat it clean like that and call it quits. Or I'll just get a salad. It's not the best salad, but I'll just get the salad, you know, and don't get the dressing and things of that nature. And then folks will laugh at me because I'm the type of person, I'll bring salad dressing when I go out to eat. Because I realize that, you know, when I'm really trying to be clean, I'll just pack a few salad dressing packets, throw them in my pocket, and we sitting at a restaurant, I'll break it open and put it on my salad, mainly because I just don't want the extra 300 calories. Because when you look at it in the day, would you rather have a cookie or would you want to have a plate of salad dressing? I'd rather have the cookie if I'm going to eat the calories. Right?
Thank you.
You know, so it's just a matter of trying to fine tune that diet. And that takes time. I mean, you know, it takes, you know, I tell people trying to lose weight, it takes 3 months takes about 4 weeks to develop, or what they say, 3 weeks to get a habit.
Yeah,
3 weeks for a habit. Yeah.
3 weeks for a habit. But it takes 3 to 6 months to get the discipline to kind of say no to stuff, to walk in and look at a whole box of Krispy Kreme donuts and just like look at it sitting there and you just kind of just roll out. You know, you look at it, you're like, yeah, all right, not today. And you just leave. You know, that takes time, you know?
Yeah, I feel like shit. I ate 6 of them motherfuckers yesterday. Damn.
Hey.
Oh, call me this.
There's no wrong with that, but
hey, bro, this is the whole purpose of the podcast, man.
It's the reset button.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Reset
button.
If you know better, we gotta do better.
You ate 6 of the Krispy Kreme, like I used to do that too, right? I take Krispy Kreme, you go there, and I bring like a dozen home, right? Yeah. I eat 2 out of the dozen, and you eat the rest of the dozen. But over the course of the days, you still ate the dozen. So the key is.
It's funny because I told him I was going to get some donuts, right? We counted out how many donuts we needed. We came out to a dozen. We had allotted everything in the house. Me, my wife, my daughter. I go to Krispy Kreme and I was like, yeah, I ordered a dozen. I was like, yeah, let me get 6 more. So I ate them motherfuckers for, you know, like half of them I got home. Got home at the rest of them shits and threw that box away. And then she thought I was being good, right? So they eat the donuts, whatever. Then she found the box. She's like, you cocksucker.
Right. Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. I remember the first Christmas last year, I came home for Christmas with 2 boxes of donuts. It was crushing donuts. Felt sick like the next day, but I crushed the donuts. And then I just end up going back on it, you know, because I just realized I just don't like all that sugar. But you know, the key is just small changes. You know, grab your donuts.
I got just a thing.
Hey, call me. I got what you coming back. Hold
on. I'm here.
Call me, come back.
I'm here.
You got I need you to hear me. I need you to come back though.
I can see you though. I can hear you.
No, bro, you gotta come back.
All right,
I know you got your Dre beats. You know what I'm saying? You can probably go downstairs at Wakanda and still talk.
But after a while, once you cut that sugar out and stuff, after a while, it's overwhelming when you start eating again. You know, like,
but it is. Guys,
oh, cool.
Check it out.
I got a solution right here. First thing Monday, I'm about to get back in the gym. First thing Monday.
And then guys, listen, Carby was my roommate in 1990, right? This is one thing I know about him for sure. When he gets disciplined and locked in on something, it's kind of difficult to get him off his block, right?
That's
so
true.
What I heard you saying, Colby, right now, you about to get in shape and you about to lose 100 pounds. Is that what I just heard?
Well, you know, I did this in 2017.
Before.
I dropped like 80 pounds. Yeah, I got on
80 pounds. Colby has pants and he had a set of pants and he put his body in one leg of the pants. Yeah. So when he get locked in, it's a different ball game. So
actually, I was getting there because I did about 60 days P90X right before I had COVID, and you know, obviously I had COVID in October. Tom, you know, I remember. You know, so guys,
I got an idea. What we do? I want to do this for our podcast, right? Carl, I need you to document your process of losing 100 pounds. I'm going to document my process of losing 40 pounds.
Hey, wait, whoa, shit, man.
Hey, no. This is what we about to do. Accountability. Every week we see each other.
Shit, I guess so.
When I look at Tom looks so great. Tom was a big boy. Tom was a big boy in college, man. Like, man, come on, Tom. I look at Tom right now. He got them Bill DeVoe, this motherfucker, bald head, and he got all the hoes now.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So hold on, man. Shit, this thing ain't gonna beat me.
But wait, you know what? Let me tell you one thing real quick. On back on the diabetes shit. And this will make me do it again. This will make me do it the first time. And this conversation tonight is gonna make me do it again. I was talking to some other doctor friends, right? And he one of the doctor friends had a screenshot of an HIV positive result, right? For some patient.
Right.
And he sent the screenshot without the name, just showed HIV reactive. And my response to that was, I said, shit, somebody's life about to change today. And his response fucked me up. Another doctor was on the thread. His response fucked me up. He said, shit, I'd much rather a patient be HIV positive than have diabetes and have blood pressure. And then the next line he said, oh, no offense, KB.
Oh, shit.
I was like, damn, what the fuck does that mean? And he was like, man, they got drugs for HIV and AIDS and shit, man. Yeah. But that diabetes and blood pressure will kill your ass. And I was like,
well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, that's true. I mean, nowadays, HIV to us anymore, I mean, the medications work, the side effect profiles are low.
What's that shit? They have commercials, they got Victoria and shit, whatever they got on TV.
Yeah.
They keep them commercials on, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, they hit me like, because, you know, we grew up in the era when AIDS came about, and that shit was a fucking death sentence, for real.
Death sentence.
Right.
And to hear doctors say high blood pressure and diabetes is worse than that shit, I was like,
AIDS.
Yeah. I mean,
give my ass some gym.
And the reason why most black men who have HIV/AIDS are dying more so than white men is because they're usually not compliant with their medications. So that usually ends up being a thing. They're not compliant.
Well, you know, like I said, first thing Monday. I was actually going today, but I'm doing I got a sleep apnea test on tomorrow night. Going in for that. So I had to take that COVID test prior to that.
Oh yeah.
And I got to self-isolate.
You negative?
I'm negative, but I got to self-isolate before I go get this CPAP titration test. So that's why I couldn't go to the gym today. But I'm about to get back in the gym. Like I said,
it's a great time, because guess what? Homecoming in a year. You take that shirt off with the brands on, like, what's up, baby? Y'all see Carby? You got that liquid slim trim on y'all hole. What's up?
Yeah, well, you know, we got the boat. We're gonna have a boat on. We have a boat on Lake Michigan next summer, so you know, I got to be ready for May.
Oh, this summer. Okay, so hold up. So then they ship the boat to Lake Michigan, and they ship the
books.
Come on, I got a 380. It'll be right there. You can't see it from here, but you know, well, I guess you could see it. It's right here, you know, right up the way, kind of. But yeah. Got a 380 out there in the summer. So yeah, we're gonna be ready. Brand's gonna be out, you know what I'm saying? We're good.
Brand's gonna be out.
Brand's gonna be out. Might get some new ones. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Not that you know trying to condone any of that kind of activity. It's a strict.
Yeah. It's all been a great America, man. It's all about great America, man. You know, loving our wives and family, things, those type of things.
Man,
things
exactly.
Are important. That's what we're about.
Yeah, skin off your dick. This
Tom,
shit.
thank you, man.
Yeah,
Tom, Dr. Abernathy, brother, we appreciate you coming on, man. You know, this is great. Like I said, we had you here for a minute. I'm wrapping it up, dog. Damn, what it sound like I'm doing?
I'm sorry, my bad. Damn, I'm sorry.
Shut up, dog.
Go ahead, Carl. I'm sorry, my bad.
Anyway, man, we appreciate you coming on. And you know, I know it got to the point where you might want to send a couple of us invoices for all these questions and shit that we had going on. But hey, we appreciate your time and all the knowledge and expertise you share with us and our viewers. And man, you know, come back again. And next time we might just shoot the shit on whatever topic. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in a professional capacity. You can put your hat on backwards and just talk shit.
Come on early, so I won't have to dress up, you know.
No, that's good shit. We, you know, the consummate professional. Again, we appreciate your time and you coming on. But hey, another great episode next week. We got another banger coming out. So hey, go, you know, Dahouse94.com, Dahouse94 podcast, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Twitter, IG, all of that. Like, love it, subscribe, and give your feedback. We keep telling you, you know, we don't get our feelings hurt. So tell us what you think. Tell us how much you love us, because we know you love the shit. And hey, we'll see you next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we out.
Rue.
Peace.
Rue. Good shit.